Okay, today we have to move our second topic. I told you last day we have to study the flow of the conflict, the organization conflict. Today we have to discuss a stage of the conflict process, the flow, steps like that, how it work in organization. The thing is, now is a just within few seconds you can understand it has some 5 stage conflict a process like that. But thing is, I have to add that point before I start this one, because when I explain, sometime you can't touch it quickly. That's the reason I try to add that point. Now, the first one is optional position, opposition or incompatibility, like that. Now, that the first one have another 3 or 2 topics. The communication, sometimes it's the varieties, variables, like that. Then, I'm not trying to explain this main 5 stage. First, I try to explain what is the first one. Before that, I try to give you what are the stages. That is a general thing. After that, it's deeply, and I give you the special attention to the first one. That's the method. Today, I'm going to, that mean, what is my or the lesson flow? Okay. The thing is, without take a correct idea about the first one, you can't move the second, third, and fourth, and fifth. That's the reason. You know that everything. I think today I have to discuss more thing with this slide. That mean out of slide, because I have to explain what are the steps like that. You know, now we are in a I think you are new a baby born. You have to think. I add another more examples before I move to the next slide. Then have any conflict. Don't think about I'm a you know that first I give many example when I start to add or the explain many example to discuss with you. First, I try to discuss with out of organization behavior. After that, you have to you can understand a structure. Then you have to move inside with subject wise. That means with the organize the move, that is angle, change your angle, moving of the sliding angle to the subject organization behavior. So this is my method, because I try to explain or I try to add some more example in your day-to-day life and things. Okay. Now think you are the newcomer, like a newcomer in this, the world. Okay, now have any conflict? Think of it. And have any conflict? Have any conflict? Oh, think. Don't. I am not trying to start. Oh, I am not too very. I think it's not so necessary to discuss that the delivery position after that. Okay, a delivery position, not a delivery situation. Like that is good. Then you know how many people, how many uh, creatures try to or tried or will try to see this world. This is the conflict. It's like a battle, the fight. with a life. Then, after that, you have to work, lot of work. You have to. You have to be an active person. I'm not trying to use that a baby word. This is not a correct things because we are in a things. No, the baby. You are the person who are now in a say that place. That is the reason I use that example. Now you have to work, but you have to be a active baby, active person. The work. That means this is not a walk. So it's the walk, the work. Okay. You have to move your eyes. You have to open your eyes. You have to open your mouth well. You have to stretch and move, fold your arms and legs. You must cry like that. It's a fight. It's a conflict. What type of conflict? You want to be a man. You must stand your own feet. You are fight with nature. A conflict with nature. You have to start. You have to study as a man, or you have to create your personality against this nature. Then there's some conflict. Now you can understand bit of thing, optional opposition. Think of it again. Now you are the active person, active baby. Then I told you, you have to stand your own feet. After that, you are complete like a human. We can call them now creature. Because the two legs. Bird also has the two legs, but thing is, with you have a two hand and two legs. Now, you know, it's a small conflict starting point. Now, I remember this is a bit of a different voice methods and lecturing style I used today. Because I want to memorize your whole last lesson also. I remember the organization. What is the meaning of organization? I will remember that. Family, school, after that, social. Is everything. Organization. Everything means everyone. The thing is, it has some why? What? It has some conflict. At least mind conflict. You can't believe this, the nature. Now I am memorizing the first lesson, introduction of organization behavior. Okay. Then learn and other things. What are the managerial roles? how he has to work in a roles, and so many topics, examples. I think you had your memory in your memory, sometimes a black place, sometimes the shine place. I say like a deposit. We are calling. That's why I know. I like to add some joke. One day, this is a deposit thing. We are calling to any saving something. We are calling to deposit. Okay. But through the telephone conversation, one person some announcer, that's a media station. It's a very calm and quiet, nice girl. Nice mean the voice very nice. And finally, that the announcer, the anchor, told that girl, "You are very deposit girl. You are very deposit." Yeah, I don't know what type of meaning that. Some words, the deposit word meaning has a like calm and quiet, silent, and has a like good behave. We can't call the deposit girl. But thing is, I want to add that job for this, because everything, you know that sometimes I think uh, you have a experience in uh, science subject. You know that every action have a opposite and equal reaction. Every action has a reaction like that. Just you keep it to your mind. Some concept theories there. You keep it to your mind. Just it's not a special thing. Every action has a reaction. Equal law is the deep thing. Then now I want to take out from you this thing is that every action has a reaction. Why it has reaction, and how its action came from. Why it's operate like that. Now I am explaining again. Every action has a reaction. What is that? Why that person or the things has reaction, as well as why that action or how that action started. You know that positive and negative. Just in a day-to-day life, you know that when we meet a positive and negative in a environment or the nature, it has a thunder. The positive, negative, like the current in a nature, in a air or the sky. We need to meet each one. We can't call each one. It is like the things. It has a thunder and light. I want to say, and I like to say, everything, everyone. But I like to move to the bit of out of the all things. You know, now I told you you are the newcomer. Now, how you, now you know that, how you, or tell me, how can you, or tell me, what are the situation create to you, create the situation for the newcomer. Think of it. I ask this again. Now you are newcomer. What is the reason why you are came here as a newcomer? It's like a joke. It's like an adult's joke sometimes. It's some that opposition, that mean negative and positive creatures engage. As I call this is because I want to normalize that the joke. Okay, then a positive and a negative things after engaging, after registering, the society believe the action and the reaction and outcome also. Then I add the sociological part in the marriage. What is the meaning of marriage? Marriage is society register or give a permission the girl and a boy or man and a lady to live in a one place and produce or the product or the create next generation. Your permission or the sign or approval we can call the marriage. Do you believe that? The sociological concept. Marriage is the man and a woman in a separate place, man in another place, woman or lady in another place. The society. Society means a father and a mother family and other family members and relatives give a permission or the approval to combine as a physically and mentally and create or produce next generation. This we call marriage. Now thing is, but is a correct word, give a permission to doing the sex like that. It's correct, direct part. Okay, now you can understand other, that is like indirect words I'm adding and give some that we are calling them artificial sentence I adding. Not necessary. Within one word I explain. Now I want to tell you that you are newcomer. How newcomer face or see the world. Now you know that the opposition. Now you can understand first point. But before that, before I give you a chance to the write down or listen this narration or this lesson, I like to move and I want to discuss with you what are the subtopic in first one. This is, you keep it to your mind that the opposition, that word. Don't think about this one here. This is the first one. Okay. It has a three stage communication, structure, and personal variables. Variables or varieties. So varieties, variables. Okay, what is a communication? This one directly use that communication. Don't try to take an idea about the communication subject, because this has the is a little word. You don't not necessary to move too deeply. This is communication mean think. We discussed earlier the intrapersonal communication and interpersonal communication, various part. But in a conflict point, conflict place, try to understand how it's a conflict place, how it communication flow or the communication process. Think what type of communication process in a conflict place. Don't think about in a subject wise or the organization behavior. Just to think your day-to-day life sharing, that imagine yourself, what are the situation you had earlier in a conflict place, your personal matter or your close people personal matter. You can understand what is the reason. First, communication. That means sharing your knowledge or idea each other. But thing is, not sharing or the knowledge. I try to add some definition, communication definition, but don't think about your angle. Don't move your angle, the communication subject, because I try to explain this one out of the communication subject. You know that organization behavior, one of the topic in a communication subject. But now in a HR or the management under the management subject, the behavior organization behavior in a that, but organization behavior we have to discuss on more in under the communication subject. But thing is, the communication is, I try to add the little definition, little means small definition. Communication means the person who sharing or the deliver something, the message, it must be worthful and correctly understand to send. That means it must be have some meaning, as well as the receiver can understand what senders sent me. Understood, sorry. That sender sends some message. Then receiver has to understand it and take a correct idea. Sometimes this communication process have some barriers and things. I told you I want to explain this. Don't use this in a communication subject, because in a communication barriers mean we are calling that verbal barriers and technical barriers, like that. Verbal mean that mean we're calling that is a definitions also, definition glossary words. I'm not using that. In a conflict, I told you now the communication is sender send some message to receiver. Receiver must understand what the sender send me. But sender has to send some message to receiver. It must be worth mean worthful something. That's like an information. It's a unnecessary thing. It's like a gossip. Now I try to discuss with you it's a communication part in a under the conflict. Under the conflict, when is a communication part is a poor or the communication has misunderstanding or the foundation of the communication has some difficulties, problems, it is a one main point in a conflict. I add some example, a good example for the marriage life. You know that two creatures are in a one cage. Different creatures. Different creatures are in a one cage. I'm calling that husband and wife in a one roof, under the one roof. That means a home or house or any place, boarding or whatever, annex or whatever. Now, how that is, I told you there's a different manner, different mental, different body, different structure. Two creatures. Only that's different. The parallel or the same thing, only language or the sharing things. Sharing things. Other things are not in a parallel or the common or the balance. Everything unbalanced. Then everything, physically, psychologically, scientifically, various. Then how you balance these different things? Only you have to, the thing is you have to only communication. When you have some different and you have some problem, you have to solve that, discussing, sharing, that communication, communicate with each other. Without communicate with each other, you can't live happily. Sometimes many are wrong and uncommon misbehavior things lady side. And same situation in the man side, that means bride or bridegroom, both sides. Then when you think this behavior, this attitude not suit for me, or you are neglecting, or when you are unlike that, after that, you can't continue with this small place living environment. Because you are neglecting, you are reject that your lady or your partner's behavior. When you are reject your partner's behavior, how can you live it together? Live in it together. Then this is not sometimes in our general society. It's a common in Sri Lanka. Now we are ready to be a European, or we are moved to, or the respect the European styles. The earlier the periods, the lady or the mother or the woman respect, and the man is a husband, wash their things, ironing, cooking. But nowadays, only cooking or eating. It means That means meals. Because that a lady need that. Lady also need that. That is a reason she ready the kitchen and ready mean cook. Give a freedom to the husband or the man. Whatever things, whatever dress you can wear. I'm not controlling you. Freedom. You can, okay, but in the South Asian people not like. And that I told you, the neglecting, the reject. Why? Why? Thing is, the education you can say education. Yeah, the because of education. I can say okay, but thing is, you can think out of box. You can't say my textbooks, my grade. First, we are starting to discuss with the adults thing in a grade 9. After that, we don't know anything. But in education, or anyone can't tell everything through the textbooks, the school textbooks or the university textbooks. But thing is, you have to think we are that this situation, this environment, work in the communications flow. Then, when you have any barriers, any conflict in a communication or poor communication methods, poor communication system connections thing, it is a foundation of conflict. Now the second one is a structure. Now I'm like to move my part here. I'm say you have to listen next thing. Before that, next thing is a structure. Structure mean, I think, I told you the family. So two group. Two group mean one side girl, the male and female. The group we can't call group, but they are represent the male and so male and female. Sometimes when we are focusing another family by family, like a 10 family, 2 family, so the big group, male and a female, larger group. But the problem and situation same. The conflict also same, situation also same, and larger group. Then you can understand structure. Then sometimes when I'm not tell you are not in that situation, the earlier stage mean few decades ago, some 18, that mean 18, 16 girl and a boy got a marriage. Whatever situation, they are continue their family, in a large family, producing many, the next generation, and no any conflict. Sometimes you have to argue with me. So because it's a scientifically, they are the feelings and hormones, the working their age, and automatically they are not controlling in the scientific, you not used scientifical and family planning, that they are give to their freedoms, or the freedom in their behave, own behave and feelings. That is the reason they are create a big family. They are produce big family. What is the structure? Sometimes, you know that living together in a singular meaning, I like to say kage camp. I want to give some example through this the structure, that's a leadership style. That's the reason I use a singular word, the living together. But these days we are not living together mean in a new meaning. Without marriage, they are living together. We call the living together, not without marriage. Without marriage mean without any other the legal document. They are living together. Sometimes that in a European people have some of the various document. But thing is, I want to say that one lady has two husbands, and two lady has one husband. One lady has two, and two lady one. Then I want to say the leadership, the structure. I am discussing this matter using the family structure. Okay, keep it in mind. Now we are in a, keep it in mind, this is a first topic, conflict stage. Under the conflict stage, under the five conflict stage, first point, keep it in mind that opposition, just you keep it. And that topic, under that topic, we are studying subtopic, communication structure. The second one, earlier one, the communication one is okay. Now I discussed that the family structure. After that, you can understand quickly what are the charities, the group members. I told you the earlier. Now we are discussing out of the organization behavior, and add some examples and discussing or the explaining this example. Ultimately, or the finally, you can put the whole factors through the organization behavior, and you have to do put some the glossary word in the place blanks. Then you fill the blanks with the glossary, so organization behavior, the glossary subject words. Then you can understand automatically. When you see some family, when you have, you are in the family, now you are add your behavior and your things. Now you can understand what is the structure. Okay, right. Now I want to explain. I want to discuss with you leadership style. Leadership. Okay. This is I'm not trying to explain what is a leadership style. Okay. Now, how can you think that type of family leadership? Two ladies, one man. Two men, one lady. Who is leader? Now you have to control three people in one cage. Okay. Okay, I keep it your mind. Huh? Oh, I give you a chance to think a bit. Right. But earlier I told you the family, male and female groups. The family have only two, But it must be more than big size, larger group. But same situation, but different. Right. Then I want to say the second one, leaderships. Responsibilities. Leaderships depend on responsibilities. Anyone can't say in a family, you are my leader. You can say you are my husband or you are my wife. But in our way, when we want to change the part or the passing ball, we are calling you are the lady in charge in this my place or our home. You have to think, you have to take a decision like that. When you are, I think I know you had this experience. You told several times your wife or the girlfriend, no, take your decision because you are the lady who are in charge. This place like that. Okay, then that's you can argue with it. Are you in the same way? Are you in the same boat, sir? Maybe. Okay, because we have to think the future things, because when we take a decision we have to I told you the earlier, we have to communicate. We have to balance our communication in a future. That is very exciting. That is why we are taking that type of decision you take, because we are passing ball for that part. When we have to balance, we have to manage our other communications part in other days in the future. We can balance our structure. Okay, okay, that separate thing. Then a leadership is a depend on the personal responsibility. Things are two men and one. Sometimes the one guy can do more things for the develop their family, for develop to their family. Then automatically is a elder one. Sometimes it's going to the elder. Sometimes the elder one only doing to produce, that the younger one doing both, produce and develop. But thing is this is a leadership style is structure. Because when have any problem in the structure, that is a root of a conflict. Imagine yourself, one man, so one and only man, two men there in a this marriage family life. One man always earning money, other one is not. But it's two things, the other one, the managing the family and environment, and there are things that you the protect, like a security. Other one is the economy. But when that family lost their economy, what happened? It automatically create some conflict. Okay, then these things, this thing bit of the conflict. I'm struggling. Now you can understand. Now you can directly say, "No, sir, we don't understand anything. You are jabbering, because you are trying to explain the family structure and a wife and husband. That communication part is okay. The two and the structure things. But I want to say directly, the member or the group or the family or any place have some structure. Structure have some what? Has some figure. Figure mean not like a body shape. Figure. When that structure have any problem, because the structure, the one structure has some one value. Structure mean I try to explain structure mean the I told you the three people. The one, when we are touched the one man, it has a one structure. Structure means sometimes personality, behavior, power, valuables, size, everything. When that structure has any or what problem, it is a root of a conflict because the damage of a structure. That is a reason start some conflict. Again, I like to move your mind the first part. First part means we have a 5-step. First one is opposition. Okay. Now you can understand. Okay, sir. Now you can understand what you are jabbering. Here the point. Personal variables. Here the word. I'll give you that word.
3 personal variables.
Okay.
3 personal.
Then you can understand. I told you the earlier one is engage 1/3 one. Now the personal. Earlier I discussed structure. Now person by person. Okay, you can understand now clearly. And you don't, I think not necessary to explain this third part because you can understand this one. But thing is, so depend on, you know that we have a 5 fingers, is at least 5 varieties. Different structures, that, but it has that special value, special structure, special variety, special feelings, and a special power. No, same thing to the person. Okay, same situation to person. Person mean personal. Person, that mean the person has a different behavior, different structure, different value, different manner, different attitude, different things. But sometimes the bird of feather flock together. At that time, earlier I told you, it's turned to like a group. Okay, 1 second for me. Now we have to move to first step to this 19 slide. The first step means the 5 step or the structure. To this one, you can listen through this narration, and after that, again I share with or the discuss with you. I am trying to explain how this first one move to or the create conflict, the first step. How the first step of conflict, how it create first one. First one is here. 1 second. Here, sorry. Then after that, I show you the cognition, personalization, behavior, outcome here. Up.
One potential opposition or incompatibility. One potential opposition or incompatibility.
Now you can understand opposition. Keep it in your mind. Here.
One potential opposition or
I
incompatibility.
try to give idea about your mind. Opposition. Don't think about in a parliament thing. It's also good example. But I'm not. It's only example when you are using like example. It is a not to use your day-to-day life. That is a reason because I can use that and I can add many add like that. But anyway, now you can understand the two creature, male and female, and a newborn boy, newcomer. Now how it's conflict with the nature, how fight with nature like a opposition person. Now after that marriage life, how is the communication going on? How is a structure, nuclear family and the big family? I'm not trying to using the sociological glossary. Nuclear family means small and a big. Is a calling, no, not necessary. Then you can understand. I spend with 1 hour without give time to the writing part. Discuss with you. I think now time to start your lesson. But today I discuss with them more because we have to start the first step now. Then the first stage, first step, stage, and a process, first process. That is the reason I discuss with more. Okay. Now I'm ready to give you chance to 1 second for that.